So we got a brand new phone here today for you guys. I got the parts with me, and I also got the broken OnePlus. So today we're going to go ahead and separate the components from its frame, and we're going to put it into a new frame with a new screen. Not glass only, considering it'd be very expensive to do glass only. You'd have to have specialized hardware, and not just the LCD, because these are made a little bit more cheaper, so they tend to bend. So I'd recommend ordering the frame with your phone. So you're going to need this part. All these parts are going to be linked in the description below. If it's something you don't think you can do, please just send it in, and we'd be glad to take care of you. If it is something that you can do, great. Just make sure you watch it all the way through and then get all the tools or whatever else you need. I'm going to show you the first step here is we use a hot pad. And we don't want it too hot because we want to use, we don't want to melt this plastic. So I'd recommend just getting this to, let's say, about warm to the touch for 2 to 3 minutes. And then you can actually go ahead and start separating. Maybe even just 2 minutes. So just like I said, 2 or 3 minutes, you just gotta get warm to the touch. Some of my favorite tools is the iFlex and iPlastix. This phone is definitely bowed though. The individual has definitely bent his phone, so we're hoping that new frame is going to fix it. Because usually the plastic thing that goes around it won't interfere. So we'll just insert our tool a little bit and come in there with our iPlastix tool. We should be able to separate fairly easy. Actually, remarkably easy. It's not really giving me much hassle, surprisingly. All right, so just put your finger in here and let's go ahead and just separate the fingerprint reader from the back plastic. It's a very light coating of adhesive on here. Nothing too spectacular. I'm assuming a lot of parts are going to be glued on to this thing. So we're going to go ahead and just put on the heater here and crank up the temperature a little bit more, just that 200 degrees Fahrenheit. But I would recommend working between 70 to 90 degrees Celsius and 160 to 200 degrees on Fahrenheit. Go ahead and just remove some of these plastic pieces off. We'll go ahead and leave this. Well, actually, yeah, we'll take it apart. Should have any broken glass on your. You don't want to be breaking your new screen from previous repairs. Looks like we have to move over the volume buttons and power buttons. How nice of them. But we don't have to move over this piece. That's always nice. Less that we have to move over, the better. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side. And let's bring our heater with us over here. And just have it been sitting on the heater while we're working. Now I use grip tools, and they are double zeroed. Is the screwdriver that you need for this particular one. And since everything has to move out, we're just gonna start removing all the screws. So let's just start with that. Go ahead and use a magnetizer to make sure that we don't drop screws here. All right, so we're gonna get some heat-resistant gloves on so that way we don't burn ourselves. Looks like we're gonna need a plastic tool to help open up this further. Oh, and when you just open up the sim tray, you can use the sim tray popper or iFlex tool here, just pops it out too. In between the blue and the black, this reminds me a lot of a G7 Power. I was just working on one the other day. Starts disconnecting some cables here. That looks like the power cable. It is. Is there any screws? Looks like there's one right here. Got a couple down here I missed. Let's get our plastic tool under here. Let's pop that off. We got one more cable to disconnect. If this thing comes loose, it does. Remember the black cable's up top. We're going to weave it into the new one. If you do loosen these up, they're pretty difficult to put on, so I don't recommend you loosening them up and just leaving them alone. So just leave them connected, ideally. I'm going to get underneath that and loosen that up. Just careful, these love to separate, so you need heat on this. It's already trying to... Okay, no, it didn't try to separate. It tries to separate, it's pretty bad. Go ahead and just stick on the new one here, or on the new frame, excuse me. It doesn't seem to be fitting quite right. Sure why that is. What am I doing wrong? Okay, so it just sits a little high. Higher than I would expect. It's a little challenging to get that back in there, in the new one. Go ahead and pop this off. Under the new sticky thing. Okay, and then we're gonna need to get these off over here. And I think the battery's ready to go, it's warm enough. We'll use full tab to help us lift it up while it's warm. Just set your battery over the side. If you bend it a little bit, just bend it back. We need some thinner tweezers. All right, some better tweezers here. Get our gloves. Be really careful because it'll probably be hard to replace these, so just don't get too aggressive with them. Sit them down upside down somewhere. Just remember that's on the right side and this one's on the left. Okay, we really don't need the heater anymore. Just go ahead and just turn this off and move this off to the side. Whew. All right, onward toward the new unit. First things first is let's get these fingerprint sensors sitting in there perfectly, right? If you want to sit down, you can use some T7000, which I intend on doing that. There's a little glue there, but there's none under the button itself. Put a little bit here too. Come on. It's so hard to get this thing back in when it starts oozing out. You want to hold that into place. The way it doesn't go anywhere. Just for about a minute. I don't know why this ear speaker irritates me so much. Perfection is a problem. Black on top on this one. Looks like it goes in like that. So be aware. Doesn't just go straight in. I have one screw. That makes the sense why they had that screw there. I just don't know which one it was. It looks the same. Okay. Probably is. Alright. Now let's get the white cabling in here. Looking good so far. Let's plug this cable in. It's kind of an interesting long cable here. How's this one look? Oh yeah, it goes way up and over. That's interesting. According to the other one, it looks like it's supposed to go inward. I don't know how to do that without looking this up. Nope, looks like our cable's still wanted to come loose. Might have to use more if it keeps on coming loose here. Oh, you know what? That cable goes underneath the battery. Thinking about it. So I did forget something. Get this connected and pushed towards the frame there. Same one with this one. I think we should connect it first though. Make life easier. Press the cable inward. Feel very secured on there. Very interesting. If you're feeling extra inclined, you can put this crap back in, but I don't really need that. Yeah, let's put the ear speaker bracket on, or loudspeaker bracket. Which I don't think I put the screw in quite yet, because that needs the bracket. The metal plastic thing. Or whatever it is, I don't know. I think it's just these three screws. But we can verify by just looking at this. So that one, that one, that one, and those two. Yep, so we're just left with what we're supposed to have. And this needs to plug in somehow. Not exactly sure how this goes. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember now. This one's different than most of the fingerprint readers. Go up and around here. Definitely hit that power button. This looks like I made some damage to the tiny plastic piece right there. See if we can fix it. If this happens, I would just recommend getting underneath it with some tweezers and lifting up right where it's bent. Probably just missed its spot to be on its frame right there. Not a big issue. Looks like the screen is working. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the T-Mobile chip in so we can get that in before fusing this all together. Oh, looks like it's sitting flush. That's good. You can strip off all the old glue or some extra snares if it's just a little too thick. Same with here. And just get some T7000 and put the glue all around. It's easier probably just to do it on this thing here. Just nice thin layer, and that's all you need. And put this on and hold it down for about a minute. Unless you bowed it a little bit, then I recommend taking it down or putting it in the case. That's just if you put too much heat on it. That's it, guys. I've already showed you it's working. I hope you liked the detailed video. More detailed videos are coming in the future. Once again, please support us by purchasing the parts in the link in the description or sending in your phone. And please share this or comment below if you have a question or concern. Thanks, guys, for watching. You have a good one. Bye-bye.